I also want to talk about the fallout, too, because I thought the episode on Tuesday was actually better than TakeOver itself between the Tornado Tag Team main event. I thought that was a great match. Even Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai versus Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro, I thought that was fucking awesome. I thought it was a great match and way better than I thought it would be for a match that I figured would be a squash. They had that stuff. They had the LA Knight Grimes thing I already mentioned. And then obviously, to open the show, Samoa Joe returning to NXT, which we all kind of not assumed, but figured after the news broke. And again, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but shit always happens as soon as we're done recording here. It was like the next day after we talked that the news broke that Samoa Joe was reportedly on his way back to NXT. The rumors fueled up on Sunday, Monday, and now he's officially back in the company as like an executive enforcer for William Regal, which I fucking love. I think that's awesome. So a lot of stuff to break down there, but your overall thoughts on NXT and anything you want to talk about specifically.
No, I thought this week's edition was like, honestly the first NXT episode I've seen like live in a long time. I usually watch NXT on tape delay, but the first time I actually watched it live, and I was actually thoroughly enjoying it. I thought the show, like you said, was top to bottom a great show. Joe coming back, which was great. All the matches delivered. I thought, like you said, Casey and Caden versus Raquel and Dakota, I thought was going to be like a bona fide squash, but kind of made them look better. I mean, Raquel seemed like she was trying to like be like the overconfident heel champion, and they were kind of getting her every other way, and I think that was a great match for them. I mean, the main event was amazing. The Tornado Tag match was great. I think both teams are amazing. Kind of blanking on everything else, but it was, like I said, it was the first show I watched in a while, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Your thoughts on Samoa Joe being back in NXT? He was released 2 months exactly from the day that he returned on April 15th. June 15th, he returns to the black and gold brand for the first time in 4.5 years as this enforcer for Regal. Clearly still not cleared yet. Your thoughts on him being back, and why do you think he's back? Do you think that when he got released, and, you know, the story before he got cut, or when he got cut, was that he wanted to be cleared, they weren't going to clear him. For what I fail to believe that they didn't have any use for Samoa Joe. Like, even as a public spokesperson, I've seen him do interviews and all this public media relationship they do with WWE. He's done a lot of that stuff, and the guy is amazing. He's an awesome ambassador for this company, in the ring, out of the ring, whatever. So to even let him go in the first place was stupid, even if he wasn't going to wrestle. But maybe he tried to get cleared. And then, obviously, Triple H, the stories that Triple H wanted him back. He was a big Samoa Joe guy. He brought him in the first place. You know, Triple H, despite what he says on these conference calls, has got to be pissed when he sees these people get called up and get misused. Joe wasn't like a complete failure or anything. He should have had more success as a world champion, whatever. But clearly, he wanted him back in the fold. He got him back, but he's still not wrestling yet. Now, he did get physical with Adam Cole on Tuesday, which was awesome. But what do you think the story was there, and why Samoa Joe came back to NXT?
I really don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, maybe it was one of those things that he wanted to get cleared. He tried maybe like independently to get cleared, and they're just like, you probably shouldn't get in the ring. Like, maybe it's just one of those things that maybe someone else kind of opened his eyes, saying like, yeah, honestly, at this time, maybe you should take it easy for a little bit. And WWE clearly came knocking back. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad he's back. I think he'd be great in that enforcer role. It reminded me of Stone Cold in 03, like, unless he's physically provoked. I fucking die when they said that.
Yeah.
They should have brought Linda McMahon back for that, so she could say, unless he's physically provoked, I would have died. But, no, I mean, he's a better asset with the company than away from it. I think this new enforcer role is going to be great for him, and just seeing him on NXT TV already was great on Tuesday night.
Do you think we will get him back in the ring at some point? Because I think, I know, Edge was gone for 9 years. Christian was gone for like 7. I don't know if it's going to take that long, but I think they all come back eventually. They all wrestle again eventually. I don't think Samoa Joe will be any different.
Yeah, I think eventually he'll get back in the ring. Just timing's kind of, it all depends on timing, I guess. But, I mean, it was great to see him back on Tuesday night.
Most definitely. Is there any match based on the current landscape of NXT that you would like to see Joe have? Now, obviously, by the time he's cleared in a year, 2, 5 years from now, whatever, obviously the landscape of NXT will have changed dramatically. They could change within a matter of months. But is there anyone currently on NXT that you would like to see him face from what they teased on Tuesday?
I mean, him and Karrion's a no-brainer at this point. I'd love to see him and Karrion. And especially since Karrion doesn't seem to really have any threats at this point. I mean, he won on Sunday, basically beat the top 5 guys they have going for him. So, I mean, him and Karrion would be great. I think like a hard-hitting match with him and Kyle O'Reilly would be amazing. Can't really think of anyone else at the top of my head, but I think him and Karrion's a no-brainer.